Today, it's really hard to get a job in cybersecurity. If you're looking for work, especially entry-level roles, you know that it's probably very hard to find that first entry-level full-time position. And you've spent months, maybe years, going to school, getting a degree, getting a certification, and now it is time for you to actually get a job in the industry. But then reality hits. Job after job asks you for anywhere between 3 to 5 years of experience. And I've seen some posts where it's 10 years of experience for an entry-level role. How's that even possible? Today, we're going to talk about why this broken system is keeping passionate and skilled people like you from entering the cybersecurity field and how this industry must change. So let's say you started looking for that first position, you started looking for that first entry-level role, you search for jobs, you see different job postings, and you search for entry-level security analyst or entry-level security anything, and you find something you like, perfect. But then as soon as you scroll down to the requirements, your heart kind of sinks and you see requirements like bachelor's degree required, minimum 3 to 5 years of experience, advanced knowledge of tools that you've barely touched or don't even know about. And you've worked hard, you've studied, you've done everything right, you've done everything possible to be considered for a role, and yet you're not even considered because of these impossible demands. It's a catch-22. It's a vicious cycle. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience. It's an unwinnable game that pushes so many talented, motivated people out before they've even begun. I want to talk about how this situation is actually hurting the cybersecurity industry. There are a lot of talented newcomers like you that are blocked from applying for a job, getting that job, or even getting to the interview stage and even getting a chance to enter the cybersecurity field. This is actually worsening the cybersecurity skills gap because there are many unfilled roles and jobs. It's estimated that by 2025 there are going to be over 3.5 million unfilled roles globally. Having these restrictions, having these requirements impedes on people like you getting a role, getting a job, getting that entry-level position. And there is an overemphasis on degrees over practical skills and certifications. At least every single job post I've seen for entry-level, it didn't matter if it was LinkedIn, if it was ZipRecruiter, if it was Indeed. Entry-level, scroll down to the qualifications page or section, 9 times out of 10, bachelor's degree required and 3 to 5 years of experience. Sometimes it'll say, or 3 to 5 years of experience. No bachelor's degree, but 3 to 5 years of experience. Well, where are you going to get that experience if you can't even land a supposed entry-level role in cybersecurity? That's a problem. What needs to change? And what needs to change is redefining entry level, where entry level is just that. It means entry level. It means if you're applying for a job, it is assumed you have no experience, no practical real world experience. You have the knowledge, you have certifications, whatever, you have the skills, but you don't have the experience. So focusing on foundational skills, not experience. And companies need to increase apprenticeships, internships, and have hands-on learning, sort of a vocational school program, if you will, where somebody that wants to do cybersecurity has the skills, has the passion, is teachable, covers all those bases that I mentioned in my previous videos. By the way, you can check them out. People will have a better chance in landing those jobs if the industry changes. So encouraging skills-based hiring over degree requirements. If people have the skills, if they have the certifications, give them a chance to prove themselves. Every job I've had in cybersecurity, and so far this is my 4th one, and I've been with my current company for 5 years. So every job I've had thus far, I had to learn things. Even though I have a degree, I have some experience, every single job I would have to switch, I would still have to learn job-specific, title-specific things that I needed to do in order to be successful, in order to be effective. And my current company I work for, I'm a consultant, so I jump from client to client. I have to learn the client culture, client environment. A lot of times it's different projects doing different things, and you always have to learn, and you learn on the job. And this is the knowledge that I did not learn in college while I was studying for my degree. This is something that came with experience. This is something I picked up learning new skills, going for those certifications. So I know that this whole bachelor's degree requirement is BS. However, I still recommend going for a bachelor's degree because the way the industry is now, it will benefit you. You will be able to get that first job if you get your degree. The way things are right now, if and only if the industry changes, and I hope it does, where it does not require a bachelor's degree for entry level, I recommend get the bachelor's degree. As painful as it is, it's going to benefit you in the long run until the industry changes. But until then, we're going to keep the fight and keep going after it. So this is a direct call for change, direct call and message for employers, for industry leaders, and people that make decisions, for the stakeholders. Revise your job listings. Focus on potential. Give people a chance. I know you want to find that unicorn. I know that a lot of times a specific role requires specific requirements, specific skills and knowledge because you weren't prepared. Let's face it, your organization was not prepared to train replacements, to train people in those skills. And now you post a entry-level role to, those hiring platforms, and you want to find that unicorn. You want to find that unique individual that already knows all those skills so that you don't have to pay to train them, to teach them, to invest in your people. So if you're an industry leader, if you are an employer, invest in your people, plan ahead. If you're not willing to do that, give people a chance. So with all this being said, the system is broken. You're not broken. And together, we can push for change. This video is about that. This has been a problem for a long time. I've struggled with it. I've applied for hundreds of jobs until I found my, so to speak, home, where I was welcomed. Someone took a chance on me. I was even told that you don't have enough skills. We can hire someone else that has more skills than you do. There are people lined up that are more qualified than you are, but we're going to give you a chance. You had an impressive resume and we see a lot of potential. We feel like you can learn the skills. In a year or two, we'll send you to take some classes, some courses, get a certification. We'll take a chance on you. And for that, I am eternally grateful. With everything I've said so far, it almost sounds like there are no entry-level jobs and positions. That is not what I'm saying. That's completely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's difficult to find that job. With the way the industry is now, the way the cybersecurity market is, it's really hard to get that role. It's really hard to get that first job. And if you look at the way things transpired in the past 4 or 5 years with COVID, it transformed the industry completely. People got a chance to work remotely. So those that were required to go to an office every single day, they were sent home for quarantine, whatever. And that changed the industry. A lot of employers realized that their people are as effective, if not more effective, if they work from home than when they are on site. Well, now that's changing. Big name companies like Amazon, big tech companies, they are now requiring their employees to return back to office. They are requiring them not to be working remotely anymore. So what that does is a lot of people decided, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go back to the office. I like remote. I want to work remote. So now you have talented, skilled, highly experienced people leaving those companies, those big tech companies. And these guys are your competition now. These guys are the same ones that are taking your positions. And that creates a bigger problem. So how do you survive? And my biggest thing, my appeal is the industry needs to change. To close out, I want to give you a message. If you're someone who's feeling discouraged, if you've tried everything and you can't find a job, you've applied for entry-level roles, I want you to know this. It's not about your talent or dedication or experience. The system is broken, but you are not. Together, we can push for change. We can redefine what entry-level means. We can create a world where the next generation of cybersecurity professionals is valued for their skills, passion, and potential, no matter how long they've been in the field. The future of cybersecurity depends on people like you, and let's make sure the industry is ready to welcome you with open arms. And if you like this type of content, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, like, share the video with your friends, with people that want to get into the cybersecurity industry. I will have a lot more content coming up, a lot of useful tips and advice, absolutely for free. I want to share my knowledge, I want to share my experience, I want to help people get in the industry. I want to help people get their foot in the door, and I want people to finally achieve their goals and dreams, because for some people this might be a dream. And if you're interested on learning what paths you need to take to get into cybersecurity, I have a video on that topic, and if you click on the screen, it'll take you to that video. See you there.